I'm Surbhi Mathur, and I welcome you all on this panel discussion for the World Wellness Weekend. So, our topic today is wellness really understood beyond buzzwords to everyday practice? Our panelists are Jean Gaide-Gabrick, founder at World Wellness Weekend, Sheric Dorairaj, Spa Director, Ritz Carlton, Bangalore, Dr. Rekha Chaudhary, founder at World Digital Detox Day, ZEP Foundation. So I hand over the ahead conversation to Dr. Rekha Chaudhary.
Thank you, Surbhi, for a great introduction. And I welcome both the panelists and especially founder joining us in the busy schedule. I know that is, so much work is going on for the World Wellness Weekend, and top of that, he has accepted our invitation. So thank you, Jangi. Thank you for joining us. Topic is very, I would say the people think all over the places wellness, everyone is talking. So it's a very common topic. It appears like this. But believe me, last 2 days, what we have been discussing with the panelists, and yes, there are a lot of changes in the society, what we see related with the wellness and all this talk about the wellness or talk around the wellness. But then people like Jangi and like initiative like us, when we especially make a noise, especially World Wellness Weekend is talking about the overall the well-being, and supported by in India, we are supporting World Digital Detox Day is supporting for the digital wellness. So when we are talking about this, there is something is lacking what we feel, and this is why we need to make the noise and we need to awake people for this. Please wake up and understand the real wellness meaning. So I have the great panelist here, and Sherry is has a great experience. So from many years, she's working with the all these hospitality top names, and today she's talking from the Ritz Carlton from Bangalore. Sherry, what do you think about this? Like, is wellness is the fashionable word today, or people are really understanding? What is your experience about this?
Well, in my experience, to begin with, I think there's a mix of both. And I think that's where we come in. So, wellness does have a lot of buzzwords. There's a lot of words that people use: detox, biohacking, clean health, self care. And influencers a lot also play a lot of role in social media in how we publish wellness. So yes, there has been a lot of movement in this space where buzzwords are used, and we don't know whether it's actually working or not. But I also see the other side, and initially it did start out as a lot of buzzwords, but we are transitioning in this space, and we're actually seeing people moving to a more authentic version of wellness. They are looking at it from a physical aspect, they're looking at it from their mental wellness aspect. They're actually taking time out for themselves, their ability to say no to situations that they don't want to be a part of, so that they can process their emotional and mental well-being a little bit better. Social connections, you see a lot more groups happening, pickleball groups and yoga groups and sound healing groups that are coming up, because people really are looking for the change and really wanting to move into the authentic wellness space. Do buzzwords still play a large role? Yes, of course it does. But I am seeing a transition from what we used to do like 5 years ago and where we are seeing it right now, and how it's transitioning, both in the space of hospitality as well as outside. It's definitely improving on those lines. And I think communities like ours that they are created, where we are making noise, people from the industry are making noise about how important wellness actually is from a marketing standpoint as well as authenticity standpoint, is what I see improving for sure.
This is a great sign, in fact, and I feel like after the COVID, people has understood importance of the health. So question mark is still there. Is it taken seriously, or it just we are playing around this word? So, Zangi, you have been working with so many countries, and this initiative which you started I think this behind this initiative, your intention was clear, which I know you from many years, being as a friend and being as a supporter for the World Digital Detox Day and well-wisher for the World Digital Detox Day. In fact, I would say. So you have been working with so many countries now, 136, right? With the WWW 136, we are entering, right? So many
Well,
countries you have been working, and still you must be seeing the difference in the each area of the part of the wellness in the different countries, different pattern. So what is your opinion about that? Is deeply this rooted in the every country, or still it is some places you feel that it is still need to be grow this area, or they should be taking more seriously? What is your opinion about this?
Rekha, dear friend, I am so happy to join you today with Sheric, because you are two very powerful women, two WWW Wonder Women of Wellness. As a man, married to my wife for 31 years with two daughters, 28 and 25. So I am not surrounded by women. I am welcomed as a man in a female women run house. And I can tell you
Wow.
the future of mankind is womankind. And I think women understand wellness much better than men do. I really like your topic today as presented by Shorby at the beginning, because I think there are three points that I would like to address with you, not in one go, but I will try to make a stop. But there are three things that I really would like to address for the people joining this conversation today on Friday, 19 September 2025, as we jointly celebrate and kick off the World Wellness Weekend. This is the ninth edition.
Yes,
So,
yes.
three things that I would like to discuss. A, in your topic, you say, is wellness really understood? So many buzzwords. I would like to focus on what is wellness, because so many people have different definitions, and I have a few very short to present. Is it really understood? And my question is, when you say understood, by whom? Is it the public? Is it the operators? Is it the mayors, the town halls? Is it the visitors bureaus? And I think I have examples for this. And then buzzwords. And Sheric, of course, has the first word as not just an operator of an acclaimed Ritz Carlton in Bangalore in India, award-winning with so many awards, but she is also one of the wellness heroes of
Yeah.
2025 for the World Wellness Weekend, because, and this is, I think, important to also mention in our conversation, and I'll stop there. Wellness, wellness for whom? I believe in wellness for all. For so many years, we have been in hospitality, tourism, spa, wellness, fitness, focusing on wellness for the guest, wellness for those who can pay, wellness for those who can afford. Last year, at the Global Wellness Summit in Scotland, the two researchers, Catherine Johnston and Ophelia Young, presented the numbers for the economy, the wellness economy in the world. And at the end, they mentioned something really important, and they did talk about wellness for all, because they said, now more than ever, we see a huge divide between the have and the have-nots, between those who can afford wellness and those who cannot. Those who can enjoy soft wellness, yoga, stretching, breathing. They say soft wellness, I call Ayurveda, the science of life and
Yeah.
keeping life as healthy as possible. And especially with the five pillars of wellness: sleep,
Right.
nutrition, movement, mindfulness, and sense of purpose that some people call dharma, how you can contribute, not just take, but also give back. The big divide between the soft wellness and what some people call serious wellness, that can be touched with biohacking, longevity, and medical grade or doctor supervised wellness. So many things we can talk about. This was my short introduction. Super happy to be with you. you two Wonder Women of Wellness. Back to you, Rekha, and back to you, Sheric.
Shri, Zengi has really given the really, I will say, the light on the very beautiful way to say is wellness for whom. And I know that is you have been getting the all this client who has already heavy pocket and they can easily spend on that. And as he said, like, there is a soft wellness and like serious wellness. So I know that is when it comes to the soft wellness, like breathing is always with us, which is taken for the granted, right? It's because it is free of cost. Then this is we see all that. This is why we have to again and again create the awareness, have the pranayam practices every day in the day-to-day life. Why we have to remind? Because it is given the free of cost, right? So when it comes to the heavy pocket side, and as he's saying that is, serious level wellness is always need to be, a person has to have the good amount of the paying capacity. So today your guest, whomever is coming, though they have the paying capacity, they can afford the taking the all these packages and all that. But what is their mindset? Are they really looking forward to change, bring the well-being lifestyle in their life, or it's just used for just because someone is telling them and someone is bringing them, or they have time, so just coming for the time pass to your place? What exactly is your experience with them?
Okay, so there's a large part of what Jean-Guy said, which is very true. Wellness definitely is divided into serious and soft. And when you say that there are a lot of guests who actually do come and money is not the factor, mindset is the factor. Now, when I say mindset, what I mean is that people are talking about wellness. People want to have wellness in their lives. Action, however, is still yet to be seen. So now what I see right now is that they're making an effort, they're making an attempt, they're making a mark for themselves by doing small things, but it's not really sinking in. They do it for a short period of time and then it stops. And then I think when someone really realizes, oh, I need to look after myself, is when they get sick. And then they start taking wellness a lot more seriously. So we do have a mixed range of guests that we see. We see some who are genuinely interested in making their lives better, wherein you talk to them about the concepts of the serious aspect of wellness. And then there are some who are only looking at the soft part of wellness because they are not sure how it's going to pan out for them. They're not sure how much time they're going to devote to the practices that we recommend. So it largely comes from a mind space area where I need to want to do it for myself and I need to want to be consistent. Wellness doesn't mean you have to pay me large amounts of money. Wellness means I need to be consistent enough for myself. I need to understand for myself that I need to look after myself and I want to look after myself. And that's the first stage. I think a lot of us are still stuck in that first aspect of I will do it temporarily and stop. I'll feel better for a week, for a month, and then I just give up after that. So that's another area where I think we have to come in and we play a big role in reminding people constantly that this is what they need to do. Because money may be there for most, and then they still will not invest it. It'll be easier for me to go and have a nice meal and a glass of wine, then invest that in my well-being, because I want to live in the moment. And that's the mindset that I'm talking about. We need to work on changing the mindset first. And then I feel that I'm not saying it's not progress, it's progress greatly. But there is still a lot of work, and that's where we all still come in, I feel.
Yeah, you correctly said. And for the changing the mindset, this is why World Wellness Weekend is creating the buzz, because I know that is Zengi, you have been and firmly we both believe that is all these policies has to be coming from the government, which should be implemented, which should be bringing in the lifestyle. And in India, now slowly it has started. It's started a misunderstanding by the government, what I would say, and a few places in the schools also they are willing to start the well-being courses or syllabus what they are offering. What is your experience
That's I
like?
think the nice
Yeah,
thing you
yeah,
said,
please go ahead.
the schools, that's where it starts. There has to be a curriculum in place. When you start young, you kind of integrate it into your whole concept. And a lot of schools are now putting that focus on sports and yoga and having that. But yeah, it does have a lot more scope to be better and get better.
Yeah, that's correct. And in fact, recently, spiritual wellness has been also taken in the consideration by the government of India, and they are working a lot on that. Uh, uh, but then school patterns or school syllabus need to be changed, and hoping that is there is a magical changes will be happening in coming few years because government of our in fact Prime Minister of India Mr. Narendra Modi has taken this seriously, and definitely, I would see the few changes, not few drastic changes in coming few years. So, what is your opinion about this, Janki? Because many countries, like I'm just taking your country, in fact, France, where you belongs to. So, in the French schooling system, do you have the syllabus or do you have this wellness as a curriculum in the schools? And what is your
Unfortunately, not
opinion? It should be
Rekha.
having it, right?
Unfortunately, not Rekha. I don't see in France or around the world massively the Department of Education rolling out a wellness program in schools. Basically, kids go to school, they sit on chairs for hours long, they study, and then they are thrown into the playground for recess. They run around, they scream, they go learn some more. They're fed not super healthily with vegetables and things. In the US, pizza counts as a vegetable because one of the five vegetables that is recommended to have, pizza counts as one of them because pizza has tomato sauce, and tomato sauce is supposed to come from tomato. There's a big difference between a tomato, freshly picked tomato, not necessarily organic. Not everyone can afford to buy organic food, but a fresh tomato and a fresh tomato salad, very different from tomato sauce on a pizza. Earlier on, Rekha, you did mention 136 countries celebrating World Wellness Weekend. That was 4 years ago. Today, September
Oh,
19, 2025, 188 countries are visible on
oh,
wellmap.org, a website that is accessible to all in 17 languages, including Hindi. And it's possible for anyone to
yeah, I remember
search.
that
It's
Hindi
possible for anyone
translation.
to
What?
search.
Yeah,
It's possible for anyone to search for activities near them in a city, in a country. If you go to wellmap.org now, WELLMAP, like the wellness map of the world, wellmap.org, because we are a non-profit international association, so it's not wellmap.com, it's wellmap.org. Everything is free. We support the United Nations 17 SDGs, and especially number three, which is good health and well-being for all. Well-being for the public, well-being for the colleagues, the staff with workplace wellness. And I would like to touch on what Sheric is doing also later on at the Ritz Carlton Bangalore for the team and also for the communities. We have seen over the years amazing efforts, and I know Sheric and the team at the Ritz-Carlton Bangalore will be organizing activities in an orphanage this year. We have seen amazing activities these past few years, especially with Taj Hotels and with J Wellness
yeah.
Circle, and an amazing work coordinated by Sushmita Sarangi, leading the charge for wellness and having the vision, leading the implementation for the J Wellness Circle. We have seen wellness for doctors and nurses with a mindfulness instructor from one Taj Hotel go to a hospital and lead 1 hour of guided relaxation and breathing. Some people call it pranayama. Some people call it wellness. Some people call it being there at that moment and in the same building as one team devoted to saving lives. We breathe together. We are one. Namaste. Taj Hotel also organized, you mentioned this, Sheric, activities in schools. Schools and you are doing it also, Rekha, with the ZEP Foundation, schools with
Yeah.
thousands of children and students, but also schools with kids with special needs. We are seeing more and more activities this year for kids on the autism spectrum, also known as neurodivergent. So wellness for
Right.
all is really for all, even divergent. So it's very, very inclusive. I'd like to go back very quickly before we hear again from Sheric, and maybe she'll share as an example of what happens during World Wellness Weekend and what can be
Right.
found on WellMap, what kind of activities she's organizing for guests and for staff and for the local community. But if I can just go back very quickly to the core of this conversation, is wellness understood? And my question is, but what is
Right.
wellness? And for the Global Wellness
Right.
Institute, which is now recognized as really a source of information, people joining together, shaping the future, and very soon, you and I, Rekha, we will be joining in Dubai with hundreds of people
Yeah.
for the next Global Wellness Summit. Global Wellness Institute says that wellness, it's not just a mindset, like Sheric said. Absolutely, it is a mindset. What do you decide? But for Global Wellness Institute, they take it just one step further from the mindset to an active pursuit of activities, choices, and lifestyles that lead to a state of holistic health. So some people will say, okay, so then what is the definition of health? And if you go to the World Health Organization, they say, well, health is defined as the complete physical, mental, and emotional state, and not just the absence of disease or infirmity. So, with this in mind, with the Global Wellness Institute as a source, a guiding source, and I have been privileged to lead two of the initiatives of the Global Wellness Institute, the Global Mentorship Program, and also the supporting the UN SDGs. And also, Rekha, you are part of an initiative. So with the World Wellness Weekend, very, very simply, and then we can hear from Sheric about the examples that she is presenting for guests, for team, and for community. For us, it's really 5 pillars. And it's so simple. And yes, they are taken for granted because they can be free. Sleep. Well, sleep may be easy for some, but 62% of the world population is saying that they have poor sleep. They have trouble falling asleep or they wake up at
Right.
night. You have 30% of the world population complaining about insomnia. And you have 1 billion with a B people having sleep apnea, which is going to lead to cognitive decline. Sleep is so important to invest time and the time before and the quality so that you can have a good night's sleep. You can flush your brain, the toxins in your brain, with your glymphatic system so that you can have a clear mind the following day and be full of creative ideas. That's the first pillar. Nutrition. It's not just eating and drinking. What do you decide to eat and drink? What quantity? What quality? How colorful? How fresh? Because unfortunately, when you look at the statistics in the world, 43%, according to the World Health Organization, 43% of the population in the world is overweight. 13%
Yes.
is obese in the world, especially with kids age 5 and up with type 2 diabetes, except in the US, where now it's already 30% of the population being obese. There is something we need to do about food, about activity, about movement. Movement is the third pillar. The third pillar, movement and vitality, not getting ready for the Olympics. It's done. The Olympics in Paris, they're done. The Olympics in Los Angeles, they're still in 3 years. You don't need to train for these. But being active and being dancing, moving, walking, running, stretching to use your body. May you treat your body as a temple so that your mind wants to live in it. How can we preserve this flame, this God-given flame that we have, if we don't take care of our body? And with movement comes vitality. And it's not just, oh, full of energy. Vitality, very far in life, gives you the energy to be the entrepreneur of your life. Where do you want to travel? What do you want to do? If you don't have your health, you may have money. You are stuck in a chair or a wheelchair or in a bed,
Right.
bed-stricken. So these are just three of the pillars. Mindfulness is one because you can flex your muscles so much you want, but are you flexing your mind? And we need to speak about digital detox, Rekha, in this conversation. And the last one, it's not just about me, my sleep, my body, my food, my movement, my, energy, my mind. It's about we. Wellness starts with we, not me. And then it's also giving some of the time, giving time back to the local community, helping in the local association, in a charity, helping in a school, helping in a senior home, helping in an orphanage. How can we show others that we value them if we do not dedicate a little bit of time to help them feel better, which in turn, this may sound selfish, but it's an actual chemistry in the body. If you help someone feel better, there's a chance you may feel better yourself. It's the best antidote to loneliness, to anxiety, to depression. 5 pillars of wellness, from the Global Wellness Institute to World Health Organization to the World Wellness Weekend. And the last thing that I'll say is that sometimes words get lost in translation. I'll finish on this for this point. Wellness in Germany, the wellness area in Germany in a spa, Sheric, you can check at the Ritz Carlton in Germany. Wellness means the pool, the sauna, and the steam. That's it. Where's the wellness in your spa? Down the corridor, you'll find the pool, the steam, and the sauna. That's wellness for them. And if you ask Tomoko Iwai, who is the country ambassador of Well Wellness Weekend in Japan, who now is leading the charge, being the most active country in Asia and the third most active country in the world, Tomoko will tell you, Jean-Guy, we do not use wellness in Japanese. No one understands wellness. When we translate World Wellness Weekend, in Japanese, we write International Weekend of Health and Fitness.
Oh,
So, is wellness understood? By whom and in which country? Back to you, Rekha, and back to you,
this is
Sheric.
this
Maybe a
is
few
this is
examples.
really Jangi, this is eye-opening for me also. This is surprising. Two things which is really even I was not aware. One is that is what you mentioned in your last this one. You said that is pizza is considered in US as a vegetable, which is again a shocking things for me. I really cannot digest, and I know that is Sherry will be also not able to accept this. But being as in the industry, even we were not aware that is this is completely new, completely new. And yes, I can understand like to country like Japan, even though they said they don't understand wellness, but then all over the world everyone is talking, so at least some other way they must be knowing that is still they don't want to accept. So this is the reality. This is why this topic which we are talking today, because as understood by whom. So we being as a wellness leaders, we players, we know in and out about the wellness, but then common man or specifically government is understanding the importance of that industry. First important is that once they understand, then they bring the all these rules, regulation, policies in the country. And this is why we are fighting, even though you said digital detox. So Sherry is also one of the ambassador for that. And we know that it is fighting for this topic also so much painful to talking to the government and making them to understand, because they have their own agenda. They have their own, all these things is like piling up with them. So they don't, they feel anything when we go to talk about wellness or about the digital detox, they feel it is extra burden for them, extra work for them. So some countries are taking that way, some countries are taking positively, and I'm thankful to government of India. At least certain places they are accepting and they are understanding. At least somewhere they are lining up. I know that this will take time, but definitely it has to come from the government. I am in the strong mind thoughts of this. Government has to enter in this kind of areas where policy is required, and we need the policy. As Japan, you are saying that is, they need the policy, but if they are going under the health and health area, so definitely they will be working through always allopathy way. There will be no alternative therapies, so this will be on and off discussion in their country, and I don't know, hope they will wake up one day and they will understand that. But Sherry, I'm coming back to you again, and as you are again, I'm just talking to you about the customer experience. But overall, what now I got to know, even though you are a chain of all these hotels, some places they can't have the complete session of the wellness. But what about your Bangalore place? How is that? What services are you offering? And is a person can spend whole day, or they can come for the like 2 3 days to have the complete wellness package offer by you? What is exactly is the situation with you?
Okay, so for
Because I'm hoping that is not only just sauna and steam and pool is the wellness. I know that should not be the scenario with you, but it's still, because you being as an experienced person sitting there, so definitely there must be exciting services must be there. So please go ahead.
So for us at the moment, what we do, there's a lot of focus on the spa. A lot of our guests really travel and then they come to us with the entire purpose of relaxation. So our spa is one of the areas that does really well in terms of the different kind of massages that are available on our menu. Additionally to that, we have started a process of having yoga classes and sound healing classes and meditative sessions that we do have available on offer as well, where guests book it in advance and then they come to our space and then they actually experience them. The beauty is that we have collaborated with a lot of local talent, and the local talent has the opportunity to come to us and perform those various wellness experiences for our guest. This helps in two ways. One, from a profitability standpoint, because we don't have to hire all these individuals. Two, actually exposing the local talent that is available in Bangalore, who are really, some of them are amazing at what they do. They have the opportunity to come on board with us and partner with us and provide these sessions and their intelligence and intellect, which is great because then it benefits both sides. Both our guests have a more holistic approach to wellness, and these beautiful individuals who have so much talent actually get recognized through our system. That is one aspect. The second aspect is our fitness center. I have been here in this hotel for about 2.5 years, previously 10 years with the Taj Group of Hotels. And I can tell you there's a fitness center available in every hotel that is very, very underutilized. But the last 2 years has really transitioned. I've seen literally double the amount of guests come in and actually want to use the fitness center. They enjoy using the equipment. They start asking questions. How do I do workouts? Am I doing it correctly? And they try different things, which is another great sign. So that's an area that was very underutilized at one point in time, but now is really, really growing.
And so this shift, what you see in the Indian consumer, or it is international consumer?
Both. I would say that I've seen a shift in both. I'm very much more happier seeing the shift in the Indian consumer because the international consumer has a lot more, lot more worry about their own health. But I'm very, very happy to see the progress taking place in the Indian consumers as well. In the future, yes, we are actually planning to go ahead and combine an Ayurveda experience where we have an Ayurvedic doctor coming on board who will actually perform a more holistic approach to where people can come and stay with us 2-3 days. We don't have that currently because being a business hotel, our guest profile average length of stay is about 1.5 to 2 days. But it's definitely something we're looking at. Also, we're looking for the next year to launch some longevity programs as well. I don't want to disclose that too much right now because it's all in a conversation stage. But yes, we are very excited for the progress that we're going to be making.
So one important thing what Jengi said, out of the 5 aspects, one is that is sleep. And of course, nowadays sleep is always connect with the screen time. And what we were talking about the digital detox. So I actually do not wanted to talk in this session because last 2 days we have been always talking. Our guest profile was accordingly, so we were talking on this topic a lot. But then still, I want to just understand, when this guest knew or about shifting what you are saying, that is, guest mindset has changed. But same time, they have this sleep disorder, and mostly this sleep disorder is coming from the screen timing. So what is your experience? Are you facing this problem? And if it is facing, then how you guys, taking care of that?
So I'll be very honest. We're definitely facing the problem. And I will happily admit, I'm saying happily because I struggle with it too. And that's very important for me to say because when I say it, I know that in spite of me being in the wellness industry, I struggle with this particular thing. The need to be available, the need to be online, the need to be always in touch with what's happening. And it's definitely very, very real. And a lot of people are struggling with it. And as I said in my first session, mindset is everything. No amount of someone coming and telling you get off your phone will make you get off your phone. It is something that you have to make a very conscious decision that, this is not something I want to do and I need to learn to control it. Now, how do we do that? We have to spend a little bit more time with ourselves and be more accepting with ourselves and say, this is my time for meditation. I'm going to put the phone aside or I'm going to put my screen off for some time. And once it starts there, you progressively get better. It's like working out in a gym. Day 1 is going to be extremely painful, but day 30 is not going to be as bad. And I think we need to adopt the same logic to how we deal with digital devices. And yes, it's progressing, but it's definitely an area that needs a lot of focus. Sleep is critical. And all of us, myself included, do struggle with it, and therefore it's something that we need to definitely focus on. To let you know one more thing, that's another new thing coming up in our spa menu. We are going to be launching something called a sleep program where we integrate
very good
sleep time along with a massage. So that's also something upcoming. So something
very good, exciting news. Jangi, I'm coming to you with this specific question again, because as Sheric said, that is, most of them, whomever I'm talking, especially people from the ministries, ministry offices or corporate offices. So they always complain, though they want to have the digital detox, but still they are not able to take it because they need to be always present on the mobile, especially on the WhatsApp. If their bosses, anyone asks, so even though earlier working pattern was that even like you are going to office 9:30 and coming back 6 o'clock. So after that there was disconnect. But nowadays it's not possible. Nowadays still they come back to home, but still they have to be always on the WhatsApp to answering their bosses answer questions whatever they're asking. So I remember we were working work at a wellness place. What was that initiative by the global wellness? It was a wellness at workplace. We were working on that. So I request you, through the World Wellness Weekend, 1 year you should be focusing only on this topic to create the more awareness, because many people, they are suffering for this. I know that it is difficult bringing the culture in the offices or culture with the government places, but still as you are creating awareness, or we all of us are creating awareness about the importance of the wellness or well-being lifestyle. So definitely this topic, I feel you should be concentrating more. What do you think about this?
I agree with you, Rekha, and I'm also conscious of time fleeting by because we're having such a great time discussing. I see we have about 10 more minutes, so I'm going to answer your question about workplace wellness, and then I'll answer your previous question about the states and the governments and what they do to implement.
Right.
Because I would like to mention that we are partnering now with a foundation in Italy that is promoting sports in 116 cities in Italy with World Wellness Weekend. And I'll give you more examples after that. But for workplace wellness, um, I think the way to encourage people to take positive steps in life is to make them feel that it's not because they have to do it, as Sheric said, but because it feels great when you do it. And because it releases endorphins, serotonin, oxytocin, creating a bond between people. So we are trying to encourage people to do things that are positive for them and for their environment, work environment, because it feels great. To do that, and there are so many ways to do this. And last year we partnered with a global initiative on workplace wellness that has now moved their event into October. So we still work together, but they are not co-celebrating the same weekend. It is an association based in the Netherlands, sharing some best practices on how to grow wellness on the workplace. So what we are doing, we are encouraging businesses, institutions, groups to not just participate with one activity during World Wellness Weekend, a yoga session, a fitness class, guided relaxation, but also to implement something with corporate wellness, with workplace wellness on the workplace. And for those who do that, and also do something for community, then we give them a badge as wellness hero. This is exactly what Sheric did. Not just organizing activities for the public or for the guests. This is great. She could have been a champion. Many are champions by doing 3 activities for the public, but she went above and beyond to go to HR, to go to the GM and say, we have our guests covered. What are we doing for the team? What are we doing for the team? We're giving them a job, we're giving them money, we're giving them a clean uniform, we're giving them education, and what are we doing to help them feel great on the workplace when they have so many phones, so many do this, do that, and then it's up to anyone to find what is the first step, the second step, and the third step, but not too many steps because sometimes too many steps and want to do too many good things at the same time, you don't know where to start and then you finish. And this is what Sheric talked about. People want to be better, but then they stop, they relapse, and it's easy. So this is what we're doing with workplace wellness. We're encouraging everyone to have chair yoga at their desk, to have guided relaxation, to know how to do a nappuccino, not a cappuccino, which is coffee, a
Right.
nappuccino, sleeping for 5 minutes at your desk, not like this under your desk so that no one sees you. And then when someone calls you, you have the mark of
Yeah,
your
right.
watch on your forehead. You say, Jean-Guy, were you sleeping? Me? Not at all.
No, no.
But you have the shape of your bracelet or your watch on your forehead. You can very proudly be like this for 7 minutes. You have your headset or you have earplugs, and you're like this for 7 minutes. And if you know how to do it well, and if you listen to an audio recording that we have done with an English sophrologist, we are launching a wellness ripple across the world in partnership with World Cleanup Day. World Cleanup Day has hundreds of thousands of people, in 180 or 93 countries participating. They are striving to get 5% of the whole population to be engaged in cleaning up so that they can have systemic change. We are partnering with them so that these people cleaning up for the whole weekend, and especially on Saturday, 20th of September, tomorrow, when you watch this recording, tomorrow, you can look on WellMap, you can look on World Cleanup Day on the website, you can find cleanups where you can go with your family, with your friends, with your colleagues, and you can sort out paper, plastic, and glass, all of this, or, so we encourage them after the cleanup to clean up their mind also and listen to this recording. At work, you can be honestly recharging your batteries with your eyes open or your eyes closed, and you can recharge. You can do something for yourself. Now, quickly, the countries, because I know we have about 7 minutes and I'd love to hear from the both of you. We are partnering. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations that I encourage everyone to look at. Just go to the United Nations, go and look for Agenda 2030. It can create a click in your mind when you look at it. In 2015, 193, the number is important, 193 countries sitting at the United Nations out of the 195 countries recognized on this planet voted unanimously for 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The number one, the end of poverty. Let's make sure that everyone on this planet can have at least $1.50, $1 per day as a minimum wage. Not everyone has that. Second, the end of hunger. Let everyone have a meal a day. Not everyone has that. Number three, good health and well-being for all. The one that I'm totally passionate about since 2017, going to Davos at a think tank, twice being invited there to speak about how we can include wellness for all in tourism, in hospitality, in fitness, in spa. Then it's about gender equality. It's about preserving the life on planet, in oceans, sustainable cities. But the other very important one is the 17th, the last one, partnerships.
Yep.
Sheric, you may be working by yourself in Bangalore. Rekha, you may be celebrating World Digital Detox Day on your birthday, December 10. Please, please wish Dr. Rekha Chaudhari a happy birthday when it is the World Digital Detox Day. As a Sagittarius, so am I. We're very happy and proud. We usually never work on our birthdays except for her, Dr. Rekha Chaudhari, who decided to launch something on her birthday. 17th is key because if we do not have partnerships, we all work in silos. And we try to do our best, but when we are together, we are stronger. There is wellness in togetherness. So, just a few words and I'll finish on this. Expect during World Wellness Weekend, today, September 19, tomorrow 20, and 21st for the International Day of Peace, to see in Marbella 100 activities organized by people joining together and creating a huge wellness fiesta, a wellness celebration with the support of the city. If you go to Portugal, go to Pombal. Pombal will have the Pombal Wellness Festival, the Pombal Wellness Weekend, in partnership with World Wellness Weekend, with the support and the guidance of our ambassador in Portugal. If you go to France, the city of Niederbronn-les-Bains for years has been the most active city with a wellness village. If you go to Bosnia and Herzegovina, which are celebrating the end of their war 30 years ago, you will see the city of Banja Luka having a whole city event for wellness and for fitness. The list goes on in Argentina with Cordoba capital. In Italy, as I said, with the Sports City Day Foundation and 116 cities celebrating fitness activities. In Japan, where I celebrate World Wellness Weekend this weekend, you have the city of Karatsu, you have the city of Chiba, Minato-ku, which is one of the big districts of Tokyo. The list goes on. And my last example, I promise, I'm not like Inspector Colombo saying, and one last thing, and one. This is important. When I said to all of the 203 ambassadors and coordinators and wellness leaders in the world a few months ago when we were preparing during our monthly Zoom calls, when I said, let's light up the world with wellness, with fitness, with yoga, with laughter, with joyfulness, let's light up the world. One of the ambassadors took it literally. Gloria Trester, our ambassador in the city of Cleveland, Ohio, went to see the biggest building in Cleveland, the Cleveland Tower, which when it was built in early 20th century was the second tallest building in the world. Now, of course, with Burj Al Arab and all of the
Yeah.
others, no longer. But when it was built, it was the second tallest building in the world. The Cleveland Tower, which has a system of light at night, will light up in blue with the three colors of blue of the World Wellness Weekend
Wow.
to kick off the World Wellness Weekend on Friday 19 and to officially close the World Wellness Weekend on Sunday 21st in Cleveland. It will be on television. ABC News Radio has already done a report. There's another ABC local television which is going to do a report. I think when people like Sheric and many others, and on this point, I really would like to take my hat off, if I had a hat off, to Reena Sheth, who is the country
Yeah.
ambassador in India and also supervising Asia Pacific. She is a driving force, like you are, Rekha. She is a driving force too, and I will quote you on your first word. People need to wake up. And I
Right.
believe they need to wake up with three W's like World Wellness Weekend. So it's Wellness O'Clock. It's time to wake up. It's time to enjoy wellness this weekend. I spoke too much, but I'm a Sagittarius. I'm French. I'm too passionate. I go on mute.
But you go on the right topic, Zengi. This is passionate. Passion is speaking out of you, like, because you're passionate about this topic and in and out. This is why you have been, getting more and more success every year. And this is fantastic news what you're sharing with us. Literally lighting up. Lighting up is actually turning up in the reality. This is what
Lighting up a
the makes
building, the tallest building in
it's
Ohio.
really right. It is really coming in the reality. This is what I mean to say. And everyone has to put efforts together to bring the changes in the society. This is what you, me, or Sherry, or Reena, or Sushmita, all of us, we are doing together. In India, definitely, we are fortunate to have the good background of the Ayurveda, good background of the yoga, and people are having that mindset, but somehow somewhere we were also forgotten. So I'm again thankful to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He has back that passion or that culture through the Yoga Day celebration in the International Yoga Day. And this is what the World Digital Detox Day or World Wellness Weekend, we all of us are working for the good changes in the society. We are all of us are non-profit organization doing something good for the society. So hats off to all of us, our efforts, and this day celebration. What we are going ahead, Sherry, what is your closing remark on this? We have only 5 minutes now, so just what is your closing remark on this all this conversation what we have in this session today? What do you think about the overall
I think
today's
overall,
session?
I honestly think overall it's fantastic to hear all these amazing stories from across the world. And together, like Jean-Guy said, that partnerships are very, very important. And our belief system in these partnerships is what's going to make everything get better. The wellness is a buzzword. That's where we started, and we're going to definitely be moving to wellness is everything as part of everyone's life. I think that's where we're headed, and I cannot be more excited currently to be part of this fantastic industry. When I started out, right, I wasn't sure what change I would ever make, and how would wellness contribute. Today I am so proud of being part of this fantastic family. And very, very honored to be part of this group, to be celebrating this. It's one of my happiest
With the
times
11 programs,
and
11 sessions, what you are
exactly,
going to
it's my
organize.
happiest time of the year. I think my team and me, we just forget everything else at that point in time. Our entire focus is on ensuring how do we do it better and better every year. And that's how it's going to be. I think wellness is going to reach a lot of people. It's not going to be just for the elite, because we are going to be around long enough to make sure that it will start from the children, it will start from the community, and it will grow from there. That's what I definitely feel.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Jangi. Before leaving the conversation and ending this session, which is beautiful, exciting news what we got from the Jangi. Also, so many countries are participating. So many activities are happening in so many countries. More than 186 country. What he said, and my apology.
188 countries.
Yeah, 88 country, and
over
I am
2,000
apologizing.
cities.
I have been always like, no, in my speech I said 136, but it is great news, and we are super excited. And tomorrow onwards, 19 September onwards, we will see the lot many celebration around the world, and I'm hoping India will be also top of the map in the World Wellness Weekend. And all these efforts, all this success is from together from this all this team from India. So we celebrate, we cheers for each other. And thank you for joining today's session. Before going, we just need to have, because I can't.
The other side.
No,
Rekha, the other side.
I can't. My hand is fractured.
Okay,
I
yes,
can't do
okay.
it. Yeah.
So this is the sign that a lot of people will see today, tomorrow,
Yeah.
and on Sunday. This is the W for World Wellness Weekend, a victory of the mind and a victory
Yes.
of the body.
Yes.
And when body and mind are connected, then you may have wellness. World Wellness
Wellness
Weekend
Weekend. World Wellness Weekend
from the heart to the
of
world.
India, from
From the world from the heart to the world. But I would like to finish by not using just my fingers like this, but my fingers like this, because this is what you usually do, Rekha. Because when we speak from this place of yours, of light, of love and truth, and when I speak of this place of mine, of light and love and truth, we are one. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.
One
Namaste.
world, one planet, and one global wellness fiesta around the world. Just go to wellmap.org and look for fun, free activities near you, and then put the hashtag World Wellness Weekend, Wellness for All. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Zengi. Thank you.